Picture this, a quiet, late night along Commonwealth Avenue West, with most people either asleep or winding down their day. Suddenly, a loud, jarring sound pierces the silence. What could it be? A dramatic collision involving a red Toyota and an SBS transit bus, leaving an entire neighborhood startled. And yes, the aftermath of the collision is something that will stick with the onlookers who were there to witness it. A 36-year-old male driver was arrested for drink driving after his vehicle rear-ended an SBS transit bus along Commonwealth Avenue West at around 12:20 a.m. on November 13. This incident, which initially appears as just another road mishap, has quite a few interesting details and questions that are yet to be answered. The aftermath of this collision was captured on camera by an onlooker, and the photos were quickly shared with Shin Minute Daily News. The images revealed a red Toyota severely damaged from the front, with its bonnet fully open and car parts strewn across the road. This was no light collision, as evident from the damage captured in the photos. The bus's bumper lay dislodged from the force of the impact, and even the front passenger airbag in the Toyota had activated, underscoring the severity of the crash. Interestingly, the red Toyota involved seemed to belong to Hilti, a Liechtenstein-based construction company. It adds a layer of curiosity. Was this a company car being used for personal purposes? Did the driver have permission to drive at that hour? These are just some of the questions that we want your thoughts on. Could this have been prevented? Share your views in the comments. One can only imagine the chaos on the scene when you look at how the front of the vehicle was crushed. You have the shattered pieces lying across the road, and it makes you wonder, what was going through the driver's mind in that moment? According to an onlooker who spoke to Shin Minute, the sound of the collision was deafening. Imagine being at home, unwinding from a long day, and suddenly hearing an explosive bang. Naturally, the onlooker peered out their window, only to be met with the sight of a damaged vehicle and a bus in the middle of the road. The incident, described as shocking, left behind a vivid and grim picture of what can happen when one loses control. Now, what's intriguing here is that the bus involved in the crash was reportedly off service at the time. There were no passengers on board, which thankfully prevented any further injuries. The bus was likely making its way back to the depot when it was struck from behind. SBS Transit spokesperson Grace Wu responded to Mothership's queries, confirming that the bus was indeed off service and that the bus captain was unhurt. The photo captured the bus captain standing next to the damaged Toyota, alongside a person dressed in black, possibly a bystander, another witness, or maybe even someone connected to the driver. What do you think? Who might that person be? Let us know in the comments. Moving on, the Singapore police force was quick to respond. They confirmed they were alerted to the incident and arrived at the scene to handle the situation. Thankfully, the driver's injuries were minor and didn't require him to be conveyed to the hospital. However, what came next was almost expected given the situation. He was subsequently arrested for drink driving. This raises so many questions. Was this something that could have been avoided? How common are incidents like this, and is there more we can do to ensure people make responsible choices behind the wheel? There are often campaigns and public awareness programs about the dangers of drink driving, but incidents like these still occur, leaving not just the driver, but those around them at risk. We would love to hear your thoughts. Are there enough measures in place to prevent drink driving in Singapore? Or should we be looking at harsher penalties to deter such reckless behavior? The investigations into this case are ongoing, but this particular incident leaves behind much food for thought. The photos, the damage, the circumstances, they all paint a vivid picture of the dangers of drink driving and the ripple effect it can have. Imagine if the bus had passengers, or if this had happened in a more crowded part of town. It's terrifying to consider the potential consequences. If you found this coverage insightful and want to stay updated on more news stories that matter to you, hit the like button, subscribe to 2230, and don't forget to ring the bell icon so you never miss an update. Your thoughts matter to us, so drop a comment below. Do you think there's a more effective way to tackle drink driving? We would love to hear your ideas. Also, share this video with your friends and family to keep the conversation going.